I remember when I had my dog and I would give her toys, give her treats at the end of the day to try to keep her calm so that I could relax and enjoy myself. So I'd give her treats and dog toys, but sometimes she would not be satisfied with anything I gave her. I said, well, what do you want to do? You want to go for a walk? I'll take her for a walk. I give her toys, I give her treats. And then, you say, well, what do you want? What do you want? I remember when I was young, my teenage years, frustrating my mom a little bit. And my mom was like getting real frustrated with me. She was like, I don't know what you want from me. I remember dating a girl and she couldn't decide what she wanted, to go back with her ex, to get married again, to stay single. And I was like, I don't know what you want. People struggle with a clear direction for their life. And it's very important that in your life, especially as an adult, you remind yourself what you want and what your focus is. Because if you do not keep that clear vision in front of you, society will dictate and seduce you into whatever they have designed for you, or your family member or your friend. As an adult, you're responsible for your decisions and for the path that you choose. Indecision is a choice because life is constant movement. Time does not stop until you decide. I'll often tell you guys, if you are in a point in life that you feel very indecisive and you don't know what to do, that's human. We all are human, myself included. And this is what I want to share with you when you don't know what to do. Stay as flexible as possible. Commit as less as possible, while still maintaining forward momentum. What is forward momentum when you're indecisive? Well, self-care. Self-care is the foundation of every good life. Because out of all the things you may want in life, you may want to get married, you may want to be wealthy, you may want to start a business, you may want to be a stock trader, you may want to be a singer. I don't know what you want to do, okay? And maybe you don't either. But you know that you have to take care of yourself physically first, okay? Because without a physical well-being, there's not much you can do. It doesn't matter what you want when you physically can. I've watched a couple people living this nomadic life. This one lady, and I like that she's honest, she got a little bit of feisty attitude. Like you think a dog can't be feisty and a little bit nasty. Even my dog was loving, but when she didn't know what she wanted, she was feisty. And sometimes you guys think like an old senior citizen lady, she can't be feisty. You guys haven't spent time around some seniors. So I was watching this one feisty senior citizen online. And that's what, she wants to do something, but her and her spouse have health issues. When you have health issues, you have limited options. What is flexibility? Keeping all your options open as much as possible. Now, again, health, there's only so much we can control. Age catches up with all of us, and you can slip and fall on a banana peel. Okay, that's a real life thing down here in South Florida. For all my people up north, you can slip and fall on some black ice. I've been there. God forbid. But in life, like I say, don't get distracted because you're already indecisive. Don't get distracted on what you can't control. Behind every unhealthy mind is someone who focuses on what they can't control. It's a conspiracy theorist person. They distract themselves by focusing on what they can't control. What can you control? Look, you can control what you eat. Tomorrow morning you go to work and they got free Dunkin' Donuts. And you say, well, hey, I'm cheap as hell. Free's for me. And I've been there. But let me tell you something. Behind every free bagel from Dunkin' Donuts is heartburn. Behind every extra sweetened coffee is sugar that sedates you. Your health and your well-being, especially as you get older, is one of the most important things that you can take care of until you can figure out what other serious decisions you want to do. You want to sell your house, you want to move to a state, you want to change your job. They all are dependent on a good well-being. Physically, first, mentally, second, they're kind of tied in. Mental well-being is majorly affected by the people in your life. I appreciate everyone on the live chat. John, good to see you. Astral, African Amazing, Tony, Chosen by God, and Diana, thank you. Your mind is majorly affected by the people who speak into your life. And I don't mean that in a religious way. I know you hear your pastor say that sometimes. Because sometimes you should cut out your pastor. But taking care of yourself is at the foundation until you can decide bigger decisions. Once you have taken care of yourself, you have a clearer vision for your life. Like I often tell you guys, after you go for a 15-minute walk, you'll be surprised how much more clarity you have in decision making. An idle body breeds depression and anxiety. Anxiety is unused energy. Anxiety struggles with making a decision. Like I say, when you don't know what decision to make, stay flexible, but decide to take care of yourself until you can figure it out. And then as you start to take care of yourself, then you say, okay, well, let me look at my vision board for my life. What do I want to do with my life at this point? Everything changes. Well, I know I want a level of financial freedom. I think everyone should have that as a goal after self-care. Why? Not to be extremely wealthy necessarily, but to a level of that you have more control over your life. That when you go to the job and there's an argument or there's some problems, you're not as stressed. Okay. You still work, you do what you need to do, but you got more options. You can change jobs quicker. You can try different things. So we know that always requires living below your means. But that sounds great. Everyone says, yes, I love that. But do you know your budget? If you know what you want in life, you have to know what your budget is. You have to know how much your expenses are right now, how much your income is right now. And are you in a deficit or surplus? And then you can figure out, all right, I want to live in Florida. I want to buy a travel trailer. Okay. Well, now you know what you need to do to get there once you break down the math, financially speaking, so you can get below your means. Every time you purchase something, there's more than a financial cost. There's an emotional cost. So sometimes we buy something because we say, you know what, that may help me. Example, a lot of people on the downsizing journey, they buy organizing bins. Like you go to Target or Walmart and you get some clear bins. And you say, no, I'm going to downsize, I'm going to organize. So you buy more stuff to put your stuff in. It's really not the answer. The answer is to get rid of some stuff. Totally eliminate. So you can get a further clarity on what you want. I want to live below my means. What environment do you want to be? What's the environment that you want to be in? I broke it down last night, and I really think this is important, and I hope you make a mental note for the rest of your life. This is how an environment is defined: by climate and culture. And that's important because what you see every day, what you feel every day affects your well-being. Okay. So you know you want to live below your means. Now you have to know what environment you want to put yourself in. What do I want? What do I want personally as far as my goals, as far as like my creative passions, whether it's to be a YouTuber, be an auto mechanic, be an artist, be a singer? What do you like to do? We know that in life you have to do some things you don't want to do. Like, what do you want? I don't want to go to work. We all know that. Oh, super chat, Benjamin, $5 super chat with a guy dropping a mic. Shout out to Bakersville, California, brother. Sorry, I was in the middle of my sermon. Well, brother, I appreciate that, man. I'm trying to drop the mic. I'm trying to verbally communicate what goes on in my mind and my soul and talk it out with myself and hopefully help some other people along the way. Benjamin, I appreciate that love, brother. Benjamin's got a dream. He doesn't know exactly what he wants, but he kind of knows he wants to be a little bit more mobile, possibly fully nomadic. I'll upload a video tomorrow about should you sell everything and move, live mobile or whatever. Thank you for enjoying my sermon. I appreciate that. I appreciate that too, Tony. But look, like I say, I don't think you can go wrong as a single person being more mobile. Okay. When you're more options, okay, because you don't have that many people depending on you. The biggest thing that will entangle you as a single person is trying to save another person, is getting involved in a relationship. I gave you the example in the beginning of this video that I was dating a girl and she didn't really know what she wanted. Now, I guess I didn't either, because I really didn't want a long-term relationship with her. I wanted fun. But, I guess if I ask myself the same question, every question you ask someone else, you should ask yourself and answer it out loud, at least to yourself. So what did I want out of that relationship? I just wanted to have fun and see if I can make her fall in love and just play around a little bit, I guess. It takes two to tango. If someone says that they can't live without someone and they're getting ready, they're going to commit suicide or whatever, you're not responsible. I want to share that with you tonight also. It comes to my mind because I was talking to a family member today, dealing with another family member that has mental problems, but she's had mental problems her entire life. And so I said, look, this person's been like that since as far as back as we can remember. And what I've learned in life is most people who say that they'll commit suicide or they're going to do something crazy, they won't. However, there's times that they will. I remember a great friend of mine, and I really love her. She was just a friend. And she used to call me up for advice sometimes. And I think a lot of her, a lot of respect. But she was struggling with a breakup. And she was saying the same thing. She would call me up and say, Sam, I don't think I can live anymore. I think I'm going to, she was hitting at committing suicide. And I tried to, be patient with her because I understand I've been there myself. I don't judge. But I said, look, at some point, you either got to do it, you got to shit or you got to get off the pot. There's nothing I can really do. But what I want to tell you tonight, that maybe this will affect someone. You're not responsible if someone commits suicide on your watch. I remember we worked with a guy, he committed suicide after a divorce. And the director came in and so did some counselors. And the basic message that they gave was, look, a lot of you guys, after someone commits a suicide or a tragic act, you'll tend to feel guilty that you should have saw the signs or they reached out for help and you didn't say the right thing. But look, guys, even if someone reached out to you and you didn't say what maybe you should have said to them or what, you're not, if someone decides to take their life, that's their decision. And I'm not going to say they're right or wrong or whatever. Look, that's between them and whatever. We all got our own journey. Get out of the mindset that you have to figure out everyone's life. Your job is to figure out your own life. Back to the topic, which is, what do you want? What does this world need? More people that have a clear vision for what they want in life. Because that's inspiring. Because most other people don't know what they want. And sometimes, even if you're very clear in what you want, I struggle too. Look, do I want a home base? Do I want to stay free? But what do I do until I figure it out? I stay flexible and I focus on self-care. Because I know I want to be healthy. I know I want to live below my means. I know I want good relationships. Oh man, that's enough to keep you busy all day, the rest of your life. Forget about the RV lot, the tiny house, the moving states. All those things are important, man, they are. For me, moving was very important. Downsizing was very important. I don't devalue that. I think moving to Florida at the season of life I was in was very important. I do not diminish that. It was more important that I stayed flexible, that I didn't commit to anything. Like if I need to leave Florida, I can. However, there's nothing wrong with putting down roots after a while. There's some value there too. But we have to know that this is what we want. Behind everything that you want, there's always going to be downside. Nothing in life is all upside. Okay. You can look for the perfect partner, the perfect lover. There's no such thing. You can look for the perfect RV. There's no such thing. The perfect home base, no such thing. I think there are things that feel kind of right, at least for that time in your life. And there are better choices versus bad choices. But you're always going to take the good with the bad. And like I say, when you're not willing to accept too much bad, just keep your commitments light. Because when your commitments are light, you can change quicker. That's the whole value of flexibility and mobility, is the ability to change when you don't like your environment or your position in life. Bruce Lee had that quote, that what tree survives the storm? The tree that is most flexible. I think he referenced the bamboo tree. So there's different parts, though, of the journey, okay? There's parts that we are saying, like, we wake up one day and we're really in a bad position in life, physically, emotionally, financially, and we have to really start rebuilding our life. That's the time where you tear down. That means you have to gut your life, meaning you have to like gut it all the way down to the studs. You throw out everything, you don't organize it, you change your number, you throw out all your chocolate chip mint ice cream. I know, and you got to really get intense. I saw some people today on YouTube, man. Every time I see them now uploading a video, it's their cheat day. I thought they were getting their health together for the new year. Every day is the cheat day, it seems like. How quickly New Year's resolutions fade, man. It's not even January 15th. We're not even halfway through the month. And most people who were so clear in what they wanted to start their new year, it starts to fade, man. This is why you have to really be your main motivator, man. Because, what's that saying that like inspiration and motivation, they dissipate. That's why you have to treat it like a shower. You have to like take it every day. You have to renew your mind every day, renew your dreams, keep the vision in front of you. People perish for a lack of vision. What's your vision? I don't think you figure it out until you self-care the shit out of your life. That's why I push the self-care on myself and others. And as you get older, it's harder. I gotta wobble my wide ass in the gym or go for a walk. Like my man Benjamin gave me that emoji guy. That's how I look. Sometimes I sit down in Starbucks for like 45 minutes and I get up, I say, oh shit, I'm getting old, man. And I'm still young. I mean, I'm middle-aged. I'm not young. I know all my girls out there, all my senior girls that are 50, 60 and up. They say, Sam, you're so young. Well, you're old. You're so old. That's true. I love you, but you're old. Let's be honest. What's the average life expectancy? 80. Why does that matter? Because, hey, what do you want? The time is ticking. Time waits for no man. I think that was on the movie House Party. I didn't understand that completely until I got older, but it's true. If you want something, you have to go after it. I remember I did a live feed, and excuse me, guys, please keep leaving the live comments, but I'm in a zone. I remember I did a live feed a few weeks back, and it was called If You Want It, Go Get It, or something like that. And it was just a general mindset that if you want something in life, you got to go after it. And there was some lady that wants to be like this nomad, or she wants to hit the road. And she was getting frustrated with my videos because, like, sometimes I get in a zone where I don't really talk about the nomad life. I just talk about life lessons. And she was like, that's it. I'm unsubscribing. I joined this channel because I want to talk about the nomad life. Blah, 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 blah. Now, I told her to go kick rocks because, I don't give a shit. That's why I work a main job. They're not going to have me making videos for their personal enjoyment. Hey, guys, if you enjoy it, praise the Lord. If my channel grows, praise the Lord. But, guys, don't for a minute think you're going to put your unhealthy mind on me. Like Gandhi said, I won't let anyone walk through my mind with their dirty feet. Not going to happen. And that's why it's important to live below your means, guys. Live below your means, man, because you got more control over your life. Because I'll tell you right now, if I was living paycheck to paycheck, guys, I'd be wearing a set of panties for all my transgender people that want to get with me. I'd be making YouTube videos with a cat for all the old women that want me to talk soft and nice. But as it be, I wear no underwear. I'm telling people go fuck themselves. That's true. Not that I want to do that, but I'm just sharing with you. But I was making this video about go after what you want. This lady said, man, I'm tired of this. I want to know more about living in your car. And I basically responded to her, I said, look, what you don't understand is I'm telling you about a mindset about how to go after what you want in life. That can be applied to living in a car or changing states or changing. I said, but you're like Daniel-san from the Karate Kid. I'm like Mr. Miyagi. I'm teaching you to paint the fence. You think I'm teaching you some useless thing. Like you don't need this in the nomad life or in the senior citizen life. However, when you're in the battle of life, and I'm teaching you about self-care and live below your means instead of a van build out, instead of dragging my cat around. And when the shit hits the fan and your spouse, who you have to be a caretaker now, life is totally different. Not about living on a road. It's about living your best life without committing suicide. Huh. And then you say, oh shit, that guy barking at me, living in his Jeep, he was right. Because I'm trying to instill some fundamental things in life that you need, a mindset, a way of being that will transcend a fucking van build out or whatever, moving to Florida or whatever you want to do in life. This is your best life, guys. But you have to decide what your best life is and you have to go after it. Okay. I remember I was talking to someone at my job a couple months before I left New Jersey. And for those who don't know, I stayed in New Jersey after I sold my house for about 2 years. I lived in my car. I stayed by my job. I had to go to office every day. Some people at my job thought I was crazy. They did. Some family members thought I was crazy, cut my father out. Every decision you decide what you want, sometimes that's a threat to other people. If it's opposite of what they know or what they want for you. Like your parent may not want you to live in your car or do whatever. And that's a real thing. And I can understand. But hey guys, as an adult, you got to go after what you want. And I remember talking to someone at my job and I was basically telling him, he was very supportive, man. There's been a couple people along my journey that have been very supportive and I'm very thankful for them. Never forget them. And he said, Sam, you know, going to Florida, doing this or whatever. I said, yeah. I said, I know that if I don't go after what I want, no one's going to hand it to me. And he laughed because he knew I was right. But that's what I want to share with you. It's like, guys, if you don't decide what you want and if you don't go after it, no one else gives it to you. Because most people, as you'll realize in life, are struggling themselves to figure out a clear direction for their own life. They're just trying to get through the day. And many times they feel they're caught in such a dark hole that all they can do is order pizza at the end of the day. All they can do is order Dunkin' Donuts to be catered at lunch or whatever. And they're great people. They're good people. I think 90% of people are decent and they're just trying to live their best life as best they can. However, you know, that may not be what you want. I often tell you guys, like when you're intense about losing weight and you're serious, you sit in front of a free catered lunch and you tell everyone, I'm not eating anything. And, you know, you take your salad and you go eat in a corner. Okay. Until you're at a place where you can treat yourself once in a while. You know, there's been times in my journey that I knew I wanted to lose weight and be healthy. I fucking was intense. I mean, now I'm more lax, man. I got a wide ass and stuff. But I was intense, man. Now I got so many routines and habits that I don't need to be that intense. And the same mindset, the same wax on, wax off mindset to get to Florida. Like, I didn't fucking put all my stuff in my house on Facebook Marketplace or eBay or Craigslist. Craigslist is basically like, it's like the dirty Thousand Trails Park, man. It's like, you're selling stuff on Craigslist, guys, you better have a taser, because ain't no telling who's going to show up at your door. Meet at a common place if you're selling on Craigslist. That's true. In my opinion. But it was the same mindset. I was like, man, I'm getting rid of everything, man. I'm gutting my life to the studs until I know I want something. I know I want Florida. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it, but I know for me to get there, I gotta lighten the load. I gotta lighten the load. And then once you get what you want, again, nothing's going to be perfect. And then you have to keep that same passion burning. Your desires may change, but your foundation remains the same, which is self-care, living below your means. So then you get to Florida, or you get to wherever your thing is that you're trying to get to. Then you have to be careful not to touch the spackle, not to overcompensate for your itchiness of human nature never being satisfied. And then as you have different decisions to make, as your journey evolves, because they all evolve, nothing stays the same, you have to live by the guidelines that got you there, that got you to the better place, which is self-care, living below your means, keeping your creative passions in use, whether it's art, videos, whatever you like to do. Because I do think a big part of life is doing something that you have a level of passion for. Everything's a pain in the ass. Like, guys, I have a level of passion for YouTube, but it's a pain in the ass too. However, there's more passion than pain in the ass. And again, if there wasn't any compensation, I would shut it down. So everything, in perspective. But to do what you love, to have some passion for what you like to do, that's important. And if you don't know what you want to do, what your passion is, you go for a walk, self-care, you go back to the foundation. This is how you discover what you want in life. Because if you think the school system, or if you think your parents, or if you think society knows what you want, you're going to wake up one day collecting a government check, getting a loan from your parents, and you're going to realize that they don't know shit. And then you're going to be on the hook to them, living by their rules, in their house, in their setup. And it's not their fault. It's not their fault. It's just that, look, if you're not intentional about your best life, someone else hands you a life that they want you to live, or that you yourself have put yourself in. Accountability is the first step to growth. You don't blame society. You don't blame your parents. Look, guys, I got siblings. Okay, I'm the only sibling. I'm not better than them, but I'm the only sibling. Not doing any type of drug, not being on any type of government assistance. And I don't say that to be hurtful, because I'm thankful for my siblings. They've done some good things for me. But I've also, as I gotten older, realized, what's the difference? It's a philosophy. It's people you hang out with. It's, saying, look, I'm going to go out there and build my life. I'm not going to blame my parents. I'm not going to blame my past. Like a lot of people, they'll sit there and they'll keep bringing up their past. I had a couple people, they've been abused or they've been hurt in life. And I'm sorry for that, but I didn't abuse you. Okay. And I think if all of us can sit here and sing a sad story, some people have a sadder story than others. But you don't determine what you want by keep focusing on the past. Address the past. Address it. But then you move on, you let it go, and you go forward. You don't know what you want if you're still talking about what other people did to you. Guys, believe me, I'm sorry that if anything bad ever happens to you in life, I don't want that. I always tell you guys, if I created the world, I try not to question God, but if it was up to me, guys, everyone would be a millionaire. Everyone would be healthy. Everyone would be happy. Why? I don't have any interest in seeing people miserable. I don't want that for people. And I damn sure don't want to be around people that sulk in misery. I don't want to be around it. Because life's hard enough to take care of yourself. It's true. All right, guys, so I'm going to take a hydration break because I'm sweating my ass off. And I'm 30 minutes deep into this. Usually I try not to stretch out more than 15 minutes, but we're going to go all live comments, which is a real good part of the live feed. A lot of people miss out on that. But thank you again, Benjamin, for the super chat. Thank you guys too. Click that thumbs up button. I appreciate that love. Share the video, subscribe if you're not. Let me roll down my window because I'm in South Florida intentionally. And I'll take a hydration break, and then we'll see what you guys got to say. God bless, man. Appreciate you, man. I do. Keep going forward, guys. You get thumbs down. You get someone who says something a little bit nasty to you at work. Someone bumps into you at Starbucks, or someone says something that makes you feel insecure. You got to keep going forward. Why? Because life can't be lived going backwards. Okay, I saw some psychopath today. Almost. I was walking down the street, almost cut me off. And I said, this motherfucker. And I said, Sam, let it go. Keep walking. Keep going forward. All right, guys. Top of live comments. Diana, heart emoji. I appreciate that, Diana. Love to you. Appreciate you. Chosen by God. Appreciate you coming back. What's up, Sam? Good, man. How you look? How's that Ford Focus looking at me? I was thinking about you today as I was in the gym. I said, I hope I didn't hurt your feelings. Because the other night, Chosen by God asked me, he said, Sam, what do you think about 2012 Ford Focus or something like that? I was like, I don't think much of it. More ability. I like that. Thank you, Tony. Definitely when you're very indecisive, that's what you need to do. Lighten the load. As you become more secure in checking off your list of goals, being in a certain area, obtaining certain financial goals, then you can, if you want, anchor down. But be very cautious to do so, because flexibility is your biggest friend. Flexibility is your biggest friend. Thank you, ST. African Amazing. Hey, good to see you again, African Amazing. I hope you're doing well. Astral. Hey, I'm here listening. Well, I appreciate that. I really do. I don't take it for granted. I watched some pastor, the church played a part in my life. Again, there's religious dogma, and depending on what part of the world you grew up, everyone has different feelings. So I'm at a very mature place. Your personal faith is your own business. I believe in faith, though. But the other day I was watching YouTube, a pastor that some things he had said really helped me. And I was watching his live feed, and he's gotten old and very sick. And it's amazing. He used to be very young and fiery. Now he's sick and old. And it was only like 10 people in the chat. And I said, Sam, sometimes I feel discouraged that I don't have a lot of people watching me. I said, Sam, I'm, usually I average 30, sometimes 50 people in a live chat. So that's a blessing. So as you go after what you want, never forget to celebrate and to be thankful for small wins. Gratitude. Gratitude gives you perspective on what you want and how far you've come. Okay. Because I'll tell you right now, if you can't be thankful for, the little progress that you made, you're just never going to enjoy life, because to a level of life is constantly, the goal keeps moving, and you have to learn to enjoy the journey. That's why every day I've made it a vow, as long as I can, and there's always exceptions, but I try to fully submerge in the Atlantic Ocean. Why? Because I said, Sam, I didn't bust my ass to get to Florida to sit by and not just walk by the beach, not just dip my toe in the sand, but fully submerge in the Atlantic Ocean. That matters. I hope that you guys remember that in whatever you want in life. That when you get close to what you want, don't just tap dance around it. Fully submerge in your dream, man. Because I've seen so many people in life that get to the beach and they never fully submerge. And there's a whole different way you see life when you come up out of the Atlantic Ocean and the water's glistening all over your body. You feel it's a whole nother way you look at life. Versus if you're just dipping your toe in the sand and the sun beating on your head and you're dry as a bone. Oh man. I looked at some free porn today. It was this girl, she was very dry. It's good to be moist, guys. You gotta be moist. All right, so let's stay positive. Beautiful night to you also, Astro. Thank you. John says, I love you all my heart, man. Positive, smart guy. And I want to see you, brother, in Florida. Your favorite part of Florida, fishing. Because that's what I want for you, if that's what you want for yourself. I love you, brother. Stay warm up there in Boston. Luke. Hey, my brother. Enjoyed all the videos out of the places you have shown. Thank you. I like this one today. Okay, well, today I uploaded an RV lot for sale by the beach. Some people thought it was expensive, but look, all real estate is based on location. And also consider, yes, look, we are in The stock market's at an all-time high. Real estate's at an all-time high. So it's all perspective. But look, it's you can wait till there's a crash, but there's no guarantee on when there's going to be a crash. No one can guarantee you, maybe another 10, 20 years, or maybe tomorrow, you don't know. And you don't get time back. You as you get older, you're not going to get those years back. However, never rush into a commitment. Okay. Never rush, because flexibility is your friend. There's people that are selling a house that wish they were more flexible. That's why they're selling. Who are the people? A lot of people have asked me, like whether it was the tiny house I did or the RV lot. A lot of people have asked me, Sam, did they tell you why they're selling? Well, first is you can never really trust why someone would tell you they're selling. However, it's a good question. And in both cases, it's been an elderly person. In one of the cases, it's someone who has cancer. And if you saw them, they are a picture of health. In their 70s or 80s, but probably 70s. Younger guy, as far in shape, skinny, very vibrant. But he's got stage 4 prostate cancer. Okay. And why is he selling his property? Because he wants to go back up to Michigan. Not because he likes Michigan, but he wants to be closer to his family as he has less time. The older lady, I don't know, they said that she was moving an hour away to be closer to her church and to maybe some family members. As you get older, senior citizen style, you almost kind of don't want to be by the beach in Florida because, look, there's hurricanes, you got to evacuate, right? So as you're older, you want to move less. And look, property taxes and HOAs for a lot of senior citizens on fixed Social Security, they can't survive on that, And that's why I tell a lot of you young and middle-aged people, I tell myself, don't drop out of the workforce until you've ensured a good retirement. Because what you don't realize is everything keeps going up. And once you're on Social Security, and hopefully you build up enough to be on it, that's not enough to even pay your property taxes in many instances. That's the reality of life. Now, again, you can live in the middle of nowhere. You can live in Ocala, Florida. You can live in the middle of the desert. But I don't think, I think you got to take a long look at that as you become a senior citizen. Do you want to live far away from hospitals, far away from people? No, you don't. Not when you get sick. For most people, you don't. You need, so just think about that, guys. Now, let's continue. Luke, I read that. Thank you. Luke, very close to the ocean. That's awesome. It is awesome, as long as you can enjoy it. Because it's true, when you're a senior citizen, it's not easy to fully submerge. Like I say, today I sat down in Starbucks for about an hour. When I went to get up, my knees were a little bit aching. My hips hurt. So I'm 39 going on 40 this year. You think about that when you're 70 going on 75. It's not going to be a pain just to get out of the Starbucks chair. It's going to be a pain to get to the ocean, then to fully submerging it out. Most senior citizens don't get in the ocean. They like to just look at the ocean because your physical limitations catch up to you. This is all of us. So make mental notes. Emoji meme, get the hell out of Albany, New York. I know you want that. Good evening, Sammy. Good evening to you. Palm tree to you. Keep moving forward. Emoji meme. What I can tell you, and everyone that finds that they don't like the environment they're in, what determines an environment? Climate and culture. Your first step is not really worrying about what you want. It's understanding what you don't want. A big part of determining what you want is knowing what you don't want. And I know I don't want winter in New Jersey. And I know you don't want to stay in Albany, New York. So when you're not clear on what you want, but you're clear on what you don't want, just downsize, and stay as flexible as possible until the vision gets clearer. Keep taking care of yourself and live below your means. Let's take a hydration break. Amen, Juliana. Great to see you. I appreciate all your comments. Love and respect to Australia. Free to be me. What's up, man? Ride till you can't ride. Well, yeah. Get that money bag. That's right. Stay minimal, stay free as much as you can. Now, add some comfort when you want, because again, I certainly think that, you stay free, you live cheap, and then you realize also, though, there's no U-Haul following you to the upper room, okay? Once you die, you ain't taking nothing with you. I don't think you want to die dead broke. I don't think you want to die hoarding everything in the bank. There's got to be a level of balance where you enjoy the fruits of your labor. but while you also live below your means and you have enough for emergencies. So balance all those things and then do what's best for you. Luke, what do you tell yourself every day to keep out the negative thoughts in your mind? Well, I just say it's not healthy for me, and I go for a walk, and I get intense. And I said, if this ain't healthy for me, I'm going to keep taking care of myself. Because the more I take care of myself, the more I refuse to allow anyone else negative in my life. Like when you don't take care of yourself, guess who you're going to allow in your life? Someone else who doesn't take care of themselves. Someone else who's abusing prescription pills. Someone else who's suicidal. Because now all of a sudden, you're some train wreck with bad mental health, and you've decided that you're so inspired you want to help other people. However, you've neglected the work of your own life. You can't be a train wreck with high anxiety, with low career skills, with low parenting skills, and now all of a sudden you want to save the world. You should focus on self-improvement. That's how you keep out negative thoughts. That's how you set boundaries in your life. But when you're not taking care of yourself, guess who's coming into your life? Someone who isn't taking care of themselves even worse than you. And why are you allowing them in your life? Because you have control over them. You feel like, oh, well, they can't leave me because even though I'm screwed up, they're more screwed up than me. And that's how, guys, we form the unhealthy relationships. And that's what I've seen in my family. That's what I've seen in life. And that's what I refuse to partake in, because drama doesn't come in your life. You permit it, you allow it, or you play along with it. And guys, I won't do it. Love to you, man. I know you said you go for a walk or the gym, but is there anything else you say to yourself? After that, after I do that and I eat well, it's just all positivity. You know, it's like I got so much positive energy going that, you know, you still feel the negativity. It's still there. But I listen to The Ultimate Warrior. I listen to other positive things that inspire me. I don't watch horror flicks. I don't watch gossip YouTube channels. I don't watch news media. I listen to people that have an intense mind to push forward when I feel negative thoughts. Because the last thing I want to know about is the governor of upstate New York and how you don't like him. The last thing I want to know about is you believe in Trump 2020. The last thing I want to know about is, you know, whatever bullshit of the day that society is regurgitating onto each other. Okay. You know, there's a time and a place for that, guys, but that's election day. Okay. And for 3 years and 364 days of the year is not election day. And so at election day, cast your vote. Until then, keep your mouth shut and do what you need to do for your life. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not talking to you, Luke. This is a mindset. This is my mindset towards life. You understand? Good job, Luke. Wish me good hunting lamb, heading to NYC soon, to Big Vintage Warehouse to get a lot of inventory. Be careful. Inventory is the number one pitfall of retail business. Didn't you watch Mr. Wonderful when clothing companies would come on the Shark Tank? The minimum spend is $2,500. That's a big investment to go there. So I hope I find some fire. Well, brother, I want you to go after what makes you passionate. I like that fire emoji. So I don't want to discourage you from being a vintage wholesaler or from being, you know, the eBay. Even though I saw some psychopaths today coming out of the Goodwill store with an elevated pickup almost ran me over. Guys, if you want to know where the psychopaths are, go to the parking lot of the Goodwill store. Total disaster. Okay. However, back to the subject. I want you to be passionate about life, whether that's flipping T-shirts to sell, flipping stocks, or flipping houses. However, I want you to realize all these things come with risk. So I want you to keep a certain amount in savings account that you never touch. I want you to have some sustainable income, and I want you to do your passion on the side until you can justify taking the full risk. Shannon, good evening. Samuel, good evening to you. Benjamin, thank you again, brother. Are you having mechanical issues with the Jeep Renegade? Thank God, no. So far, so good. I got about 150,000 miles on it. If not, why just keep it? Because it doesn't have climate control. My number one issue now is I want to prepare for the summer, and I would like some air conditioning. So the hybrid would get me that to a certain degree, or a small travel trailer, but I don't think I want to pull something. I'd rather have old running car without a payment than a new car with a massive payment. It's a fair point, but also once you spend a summer in Florida without air conditioning, or even in New Jersey, even in New Jersey without air conditioning, that may change your perspective. However, your perspective is well noted, and I think the same thing. That's why when I don't know exactly what I want to do, whether it's buy a home base, buy a travel trailer, or buy a hybrid, I do nothing because flexibility is my friend. So you make a valid point, and this is how I process it. Thank you again, brother. Free to be me. Get them likes up, guys. Let's get it up. We're at 25. Let's get to 50, man. To 100 on the replay. Benjamin, thank you again. Drop that mic. Thank you, man. I appreciate your positivity. Luke, I'm definitely getting tired of the Carolinas. My man, itching to get back to South Florida. That's where it's at, guys. I love that Latin, European vibe. Oh, cheers. Got a lot of Europeans with Speedos on. And everything else, sexy vibe, guys. It don't get any sexier than South Florida, okay? Jennifer Lopez don't live in North Carolina, guys. She lives in South Florida. Good job. Tony, damn, Benjamin, good job. Very much appreciated. Benjamin, been a blessing. Enjoying the sermon. Thank you, brother. Luke, I like these talks because these are the thoughts every day in mind. Entertaining options of life, true. And what truly matters, there you go, the most, and self-care and environment. Self-care and environment. What matters most? Self-care and environment. What is environment? Climate and culture. Never forget it. Luke, I truly have the last year and a half realized that finding your place in this world where you feel happiness and enjoy the atmosphere, I made a mistake coming back for a family that was never really there. Change someone's life with that comment, because I've met a lot of people that have said the same thing. They moved back to be with family only to realize their family members are still doing unhealthy things, still dating people that are abusing prescription drugs, still trying to save their daughter, and their daughter will always be like that. So, look, I'm not going to tell you abandon people. However, I'm going to try to tell you there's only so much you can do for people. You got to do for yourself also. Luke, I definitely believe environment, the people you put yourself around, oh yeah, and the way you treat your temple, which is your body, I agree, will definitely affect the way you feel, no doubt. Guys, why did you start smoking cigarettes? Why did you start drinking alcohol? I remember when I was 11, 12 years old drinking alcohol and smoke. It sucked. I threw up the alcohol. I coughed up the cigarette, but I did it to impress other people. Guys, that's part of life. You mature. Don't move to a state to impress someone else or to make someone else happy. Don't do anything. Don't buy a car to impress someone. Guys, girls, remember your youth and the errors of your youth. Not just that you scored 3 touchdowns in one football game. Come on, Al Bundy. Remember that the reason you have some bad addictions now are because you were trying to impress other people. It wasn't because beer tastes good. Beer tastes like shit. Alcohol tastes like shit. Cigarettes taste like shit. You only did it to impress other people, and then you become so addicted because those are corporations selling you that poison. And then you got no other choice but to sedate yourself to sleep. Guys, be careful. Luke, by no means telling you what to do, but I definitely feel living in your car just may be a new one for the next 5 to 7 years. Enjoy this ultimate freedom. There's nothing like it. I have to admit, guys, I feel the walls closing in on me even if I buy an RV lot. Now, I'm not going to say I won't do it because I realize everything in life is trade-offs, but if you're relatively young, if you're relatively healthy and you can provide an income while living in your car, there's that ultimate freedom if you have the mindset to adapt. It's true. And then as you transition closer to 50, settle down. All right now. Thank you, Luke. I am always say it's a game day every day in your mind and fight to win self-care. Good job, Luke. Carol, you're very positive. Thank you for your positive comments. Hey, everyone. Good sermon, Stan. Thank you. Preach on. I appreciate that. Thank you, Carol, for all your positive comments. They matter, and I read them, so sometimes I get, a little frustrated with, just YouTube or social media. But there are more positive than negative, and I appreciate all the people who write positive comments. Luke, oh my God, love that movie Karate Kid. It's classic. Wax on, wax off. Danielson, it's true. Luke, I guess I'm the only one commenting tonight. That's all right, man. You're on fire, and I appreciate that. I enjoy, my brother, always these real honest mindset talks to check out ourselves and reset our attitude so we can live our best life. Triple heart emoji. You get it, brother. Thank you. Tony, thank you also for your positive comments. He goes, we are each the CEO of our own life. Tony, you're damn right. Tony and everyone start to make executive decisions. So sometimes in life we look around when we don't know what we want. We look at other people to try to tell us what we want. However, guys, if you're not going to be the executive of your life and make executive decisions, someone's going to be the executor of your will, and they're going to determine where your ashes go. Never forget it. Carol, Sam is so right. Thank you. Don't blame your parents. Don't blame society. Step up to the plate and make the most of your life. That's right. And I'm not going to devalue like stuff bad didn't happen. Maybe your parents did you dirty. Maybe society did too. But look, guys, all we can do is focus on going forward. Why? We can't go backwards. Good job. ST, hey, Sam, I enjoy your talks. Thank you. You have great advice. Thank you. Even after reaching my goals, you inspire me to do more. Thank you for that comment, man. That made me fired up. Thank you. Thank you, ST. Luke, if you got a home base, would you still document your nomadic thoughts? Yes, YouTube is a passion for me. Sometimes it's a pain in the ass, but it's also a passion. That's part of life. And I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful for YouTube. I'm not bitching and moaning about it. Because if I really didn't like it that much, I would just shut it down. I'm not going to bitch and moan about it. Like if someone really wants to commit suicide, I don't want them to, but you can't keep bitching and moaning about it. So, yes, look, I'll evolve. I'll always evolve. Like, if I get a home base, whether it was a house or RV lot or hybrid, I'm going to still do YouTube as long as it's mentally healthy for me, as long as I can make some on the side. Because again, if it's mentally healthy for me, I'm not going to do it. And if YouTube cut off all revenue, I would not publicly share my life for no money. Why? Because sacrificing your privacy there's something to be said for that. Like I know you got, and you guys all know that. That's why most of you guys have like either fake profiles or private ones. And I don't blame you. If I'm on the other side of YouTube too. If I wasn't a creator, I would have a private profile. Why expose your public life? No. So I'm honest with you guys in that aspect. I will keep doing YouTube as long as, number one, it's good for me overall, mentally, physically, emotionally. That's self-care. And then number two, as long as there's compensation involved. Because I'm not going to sit here and get on my high horse. I'm not going to sacrifice a level of privacy for just to sacrifice it. I won't. However, I can always share my life lessons, which is basically what my channel is. It's rooted around being nomadic, but beyond that, it's more rooted around self-care, living your best life, living below your means, and going after what you want. I mean, it's inspiration. And so I think that transcends any type of living circumstance I do. Luke, enjoy you, man. I enjoy you also. Illinois. If you were a pro wrestler or a boxer, your name should be The Truth. Well, I like that name. The Truth Jersey. Well, I like the Sammy the Truth Jersey. Well, no, hold on. The only part I don't like about the Illinois is I should be called Sammy the Truth Floridian. Because, guys, I'm no longer part of New Jersey. I divorced New Jersey, okay? I don't have New Jersey's last name anymore. I got remarried to Florida, okay? And New Jersey's gone. I don't invite my ex to the holiday get-together. If you're ever dating someone and they invite their ex to the holiday get-together, they're insecure, they want a lot of attention, and you're going to end up divorcing them as well. Tony, good one. Illinois, well, he's got to add Florida to it. Skies, Patricia, hey, Sam, hello to you. Good to see you. Pizza Guy, peace and love to you. I like that. This channel will grow into 1 million subscribers. Well, from your lips to God's ears, man. Thank you. ST, looking at the beach is better than looking at the four walls. Well, you damn right. You damn right. Good job, Luke. Yeah, we definitely can't compare our life, our journey to anyone else's. That's true. And I think society wants to roadmap us where we should be certain ages of our life. Society should have structure. I don't agree with the psychopaths that there should just be chaos, no rules, no regulations. There's a thin line between chaos and conforming. So I think you need some structure in life. So I'm okay with society having structure. In America, look, it's still one of the most free societies in the world. However, if you're not intentional, you're going to be on the hook to the banks, to your debt, to everything in life. And I think they prey on you when you're very young. And I got caught right in that rat. By the grace of God, it's only because I didn't have kids, I was able to dig myself out of the hole in my 30s. And I didn't have a lot of college loan debt. So it's a shame that they give all that debt to people who are in college and people who are young, because by the time you figure out your life out in your 30s, it's so hard to get behind the eight ball. And it's just a shame. So, my biggest message to you is, because even when you're in college or you're young, you don't know what you want to do. Maybe a couple people do, but the masses don't. However, I do think you should get some education, but I do think you should also get work experience. And then once you get work experience, figure out what industry pays well, what you're passionate about, and then try to balance that out. And before you get a mortgage and before you start to have kids, find out the environment that you love. What's the environment, the climate, and the culture? And then once you find out the environment you love, then put down roots. Then think about a house. Then think about a family and kids. if you want that. However, it's a little bit backwards, and that's why, at least my videos, hopefully, and other videos like that, they help people think. Raiders, I'm sorry. I want love, peace, and freedom. Well, I like all three of those. Gene Edwards. Hey, Gene. Very informative. Thank you. Kind of brought tears to my eyes a few times. Well, thank you. It's a blessing if you can touch someone at a deep level where it drives emotion. Now, I don't try to drive emotion like where, like a Tony Robbins concert or like a preacher trying to like manipulate you. I'm glad that I can tap into a deep place. However, what I want to tell you guys is that's only to get you sparked up to figure out your own life. A spark plug's job is only to ignite the engine. I don't want to be someone that you need. I want to be someone that sparks something in you that now you can run on your own, because that's the job of a true leader. And I don't want to just give you an emotional high. I want to spark your emotion. That was a blessing to me that I can bring someone to tears, but not just to get you emotional, to put some meaning behind that emotion and get you intentional about your life. Thank you. Juliana, here's to enjoying the journey, this thing called life. Well, hey guys, sometimes it's a dookie stain and sometimes it's a heart emoji. But guys, all I can tell you is life's a little bit better under a palm tree. That's true. Let's take a hydration break. Alan, Illinois made the ultimate revision. He said, Sammy the Floridian. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. And I'm praying for you too with your surgery. Love to you, man. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Great info. Keeping it real. Well, thank you, brother. Rodshare Sean, what's up, man? Hey, Sam. I've had a storage unit for a year plus now. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm going to let it go. Good job. But what is the easiest way? Go to Lowe's. I did a video about it. I want you to go to Lowe's hardware store. And I want you to ask them, where are the trash bags? Okay. Then when you go to the trash bag section, I do not want you to get the kitchen white trash bags. I want you to get the contractor 3 mil. That's the thickest they make. 3 mil trash bags. Okay. 55 gallons. And I want you to take everything in that storage unit. I want you to throw it out. Good stuff, unused stuff, valuable stuff. If you start to masturbate to Facebook Marketplace or to the Craigslist ads, you will never change your life. Because whatever you put in a storage unit is basically a grave, okay? And what do people do at graveyards? They visit it once a year to pay their respects. And what I can tell you is let the dead bury the dead. There's a scripture that says, let the dead bury the dead. So let me tell you something. Throw all that stuff out and get moving on your real decisions in life. The real decisions in life is not what should you keep and what you should throw out. It's who should be in my life. It's where do I want to live. It's what are my passions. Not what pair of pants do I want to keep. Not what stamp collection is worth it. Not what lamp. I mean, if you got a lamp inside your storage unit, guys, that's why you need a 3 mil trash bag, because some of the stuff that you're going to throw out has glass in it, okay? And you need a 3 mil trash bag so it doesn't cut someone's ass. I want you to get those 3 mil trash bags, man. And I want you to never look back, because a storage unit is a sign of someone with unhealthy mental health. It's true. And I hate to say that, but hoarding is a mental disease. It's true. Good job, Roger. Raiders of the Lost Ark will downsize when my son leaves the house, minimalizing now. We'll start now and refine it as you go. Best of luck to you. Raiders of the Lost Ark. How much would you say is enough to save for emergency fund? 5,000 minimum, 10,000 best. Anything above 10,000, you're in good shape. They say you should have 6 to 8 months of savings, which for many people, if you made $50,000 per year, you should have about between $10,000 to $20,000 in savings. $50,000 per year is the average income in America. However, 70% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. So Dave Ramsey recommends start at $1,000 in savings. I recommend start at $5,000 in savings as a goal. Like Emoji Meme has a goal of making $350,000 a year. But that's a good goal, but you got to start small. So start at a goal of $5,000 per in your savings account. Then try to build up to 10. If you want to go above 10, good. But if you got $10,000 in a savings account and then you start to pay down debt, you're better than 80% of society. Not as far as better as a person, but in better financial standings. And then if you have a goal that you want to, now that you're in good financial standing, you want to take risk, because you're going to have to take some risk in life to move forward, but you want to take calculated risk, and you want to have a savings account when you do it. Don't risk with your savings account. risk with other money. So then if you want to take risks, like don't start at $350,000 a year. Say, all right, I want to start to try to make $50,000 a year. That means you need to make $200 a day, Monday through Friday. We have the weekends off. So what do you need to do to make $200 a day? Clean 2 houses? How many lawns do you need to mow? How many ceiling fans do you need to hang? How much labor can you do? Or how much, so figure that out. Everyone's that's different. Now, Emoji Meme, she's pampering puss. But I guarantee you this, there's a lot more discretional income in South Florida than upstate New York. What is discretional income? That's after you pay all the bills, people have extra money, so they spend it on food, entertainment. So like in upstate New York, ain't no discretional income up there, man. They're still talking about the governor in New York. I love you, Kristen. So when you come to South Florida, like Emoji Meme, she should get a booth. She should rent a small little place in Boca Raton. Because there's a lot of what they call discretional income. Meaning there's a lot of rich people that after they pay their bills, they have extra money for entertainment, such as pampering their puss. Like if Emoji Meme goes to like the ghetto of Tampa or like Ocala, Florida, in the middle of the hillbilly section, there ain't nobody pampering their puss. I know some people are going to get upset about that, but the facts are, that's the truth, okay? And if you don't believe me, you go live in those areas, and then you tell me how you do. Because I've been in bad areas. And let me tell you something. The number one objective of everyone in those areas is to get out, okay? It's not because of they're bad people, because it's a bad environment. What's environment? Climate and culture. Can you live in Florida and have bad culture? Yeah. There's parts of Miami that are a war zone. Would I recommend you live there? Hell no. Would I recommend you have a business there? Hell no. Why? Because it's a bad environment, okay? And anyone who tells you different is pandering to you. I knew some guy that was renting an RV park for $200 a month. He had barking dogs, he had a Trump 2020 flag, and he totally didn't care about any rules of the RV park. But guess what, guys? When you pay $200 per month, that's the mindset of your neighbor, okay? And are you going to sell them puss pampering products? They don't got discretional income. They're on SSI. And I got family members on SSI. Do I want to live next to them? No, I don't. That's truth. I can lie to you. I want them to get the SSI. I want them to get more. But I'll be honest with you. There's a reason I don't live next to them. That's truth. Okay? Let's take our hydration break. Lila. Hey, man. What up today? I take my Christmas lights down, but other than 6 months, have Christmas lights up. Well, now Lila's living too in the bad section of Florida, so this is what, yep, he's leaving the Christmas lights up all year long. I'm not mad at you, man. I'm not mad at you. I saw a house for sale, $19,000. Well, hey, when you live in a neighborhood when a house is for sale for $19,000, people are going to leave their Christmas lights up all year long. It's going to be a train wreck. I love you, Lila, but let's be honest, this the stuff they don't tell you in school. I love you, Lila. Stay positive. Illinois, Sammy the Floridian, I'm breaking it down tonight. Raise the Lost Ark. You should do a TED Talk. Guys, this is TED Talk. This is Sammy Talk. Okay, I'm not going to do TED Talk because there's no monetization in that. The only monetization is if you have your own channel and you capitalize off yourself. Because believe me, if I keep sending emails to TED Talk, it'll take them a year before. There's people that go to the RTR just to get an interview with Bob Wells. Why? So they can go viral. I'm not doing that. Why? Guys, I don't want to pay. I'd rather just do my thing on the side and hope it blows. But I hear you. Thank you, Razor Lawson. Kristen. Hello, everyone. Kristen, I love you. I'm very proud of you. There's some good sections of Tampa too, but just be careful. There's some bad sections, just like Miami. I love you. Emoji Meme, laughing. Contractor, 3 mil trash bag. You damn right. One of my favorite videos, guys. If I want you to go and I want you to search on YouTube, Inspirational Nomad. What did I call the video? How to downsize. Inspirational Nomad, how to downsize. There's a picture on the thing of a trash bag. Okay. I want you to save that in your favorites playlist. And I want you to just loop it. Every time you're lost in life, if you don't know what to do, I want you to play that how to downsize video. And I want you to never forget it. Good job. Kristen, halfway to Florida, staying at my dad's. Oh, what a disaster in Charlotte, I know. Tonight I will be in Tampa tomorrow. Well, let me tell you something. Sometimes, even in a bad part of Tampa, it's better off than being in an unthankful family member's house. That's the truth. Like the scripture says, it's better to eat a crumb in an alley than feasting in a house of conflict. So what I can tell you is this, Kristen, you're doing the right thing. Good job. What do you mean? Stay safe, Kristen. Yes, safe travels. Isis, what's up, Sam? We just had some really nice weather in Baltimore, upper 60s. Well, guys, that's pretty much a disaster down here, but I know it's good for up there. Rare occurrence this time of year. I know, brother. Hang in there because it's going to drop down to the 20s this week. But I love you. You're a positive person. Look, when I was young, I had no choice either. So build your career, stay positive, be a good person, and you'll be able to change your environment as you get older and more established in life. Good job. I love you, brother. Raise the Lost Ark. Thank you. Thank you for answering my question. Thank you for your comments. Kristen, thank you, Emoji Me. Isis. One of my friends is addicted to watching food porn. I hear that. AKA, I used to watch Dame Drops. Yeah, when I was obese. And I also watched KDB. He's the guy from Canada. All day long. I used to do the same thing. I actually did that when I was anorexic because I would just watch the food just like to look at it. So I understand it. I used to do that. And he goes, I told them they are good for entertainment, but shouldn't be their whole life. Anything with life, even me. I have been there myself. I agree. I totally agree. Got that balance. Good job, man. What do you mean? You are so right. The majority of my customers are in Florida. The majority of your customers will be wherever there is discretional income. How can you determine where there's discretional income? Well, do a search on the internet where are there levels of high poverty. Then don't go there. Then do a search on where economic levels are good. Where are the wealthy? That's where you want to have a hub. You know, it doesn't have to be extreme wealth. It could be middle class. But guys, look, Nipsey Hussle opened up a t-shirt shop in the middle of the hood. You know what it got him? Shot in the head by his friend. Guys, look, I'm not going to pander to you. I would not recommend that you buy property in a bad area and then open up a business there. Now, it could succeed, but you could also end up getting shot in the face. Nipsey Hussle had everything. And what did he do? He went into the wrong environment. Your environment matters. What is environment? Climate and culture. Guys, fire emoji. Ride share Sean. Thank you. Thank you also. Ice. Anyway, Sam, I'm headed away from the internet for a few days. Do what you need to do for your mental health. Recharge and detach myself. I'm not mad at that. I found it beneficial. I think there's nothing wrong with that. Occasionally to get off social media. Good for you. Appreciate everything you do. I appreciate and respect you also. Ice. Catch up with you later and have a great week. You also. Jason. Illinois' Lake County. Ooh, that sounds nasty. Seems to have a lot of money. You live there. Yes, but there's two parts of environment. Culture and climate. So if you like the climate and culture, then live there. So you can make money. Guys, I can make money in Manhattan. Okay? There's a lot of jobs in Manhattan. I don't like the climate. Culture is not bad depending on where you're at, but I don't like the climate. So look, there's two parts of environment, climate and culture. Never forget it, Lala. I'm Sir Zillow for $23,900 in my life. I do want SSI. I'm not mad at you. Well, Lala, I love you. I love you all my heart. But you need it. Look, you have an extreme disability. So you should get it. You should get more. But you're a positive person. You're not a negative person. I got people in my family that are on SSI. They're a negative person. I don't want to be around them. So I'm not mad at people who have a disability. I got love for it. If you're positive, I got love for you. But if you're negative and you got a disability, I don't got love for you. Not because you have a disability, because you're negative. You're positive. And I love you. Okay. So to me, I don't discriminate people based on disability. I don't discriminate people based on anything. I simply say, are they positive or negative? And then that determines if they're in my life. Okay. Like when I go to Wawa, I'm not mad at someone who has a handicap sticker parking there. However, when I see someone parking in the handicap sticker and they get out of their car and they moonwalk to the substation, I said, this guy's a disgrace. So it's all relative. Jason, climate definitely matters and culture for sure. Guys, I just spit facts. I didn't give you opinion. I gave you actual examples of life. Manny, the 2 C's, climate and culture. Well, tattoo that in your forehead and you figured out life. Good job, Manny. All right, guys, I broke down life. For most people, they've accepted it as a form of general wisdom while still thinking for themselves. For some people, they'll never like me. They'll never be happy. What should I do? I should continue to be thankful for all the positive people. I should continue to focus on what do I need to do for myself, therefore being a better person in society itself. And that's what I want you to do. Stay positive. Keep positive people around you. And if you can't find positive people, there's nothing wrong with being by yourself. Why? Because just like Ice Thesis is about to do, sometimes the best thing you can do for your mental well-being is detach, spend some time self-caring, and then re-engage when you're at a whole well place. All right? Peace and love. Stay positive. Click that thumbs up button. See you guys in the next one.